Let's get it. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is head to File, New from Template, and go to Empty. It's gonna open up an empty session for us. The next thing we're gonna do is head to our audio settings, okay? This is where we're gonna select our audio interface. In my case, I got the ZenQ from Antelope Audio. So we're gonna make sure that that's checked here, make sure that yours is. So if you're using a Focusrite Scarlett, make sure that's here. The next thing we're gonna do is set the buffer length. The higher the buffer length, the more processing power you're gonna have for your system, but the more latency. The lower the buffer length, the less latency you're gonna have. So when you're recording, use the lowest buffer length in order to get the least latency. So I'm gonna go ahead and set mine to 128. Now, let's start setting up the session. Let's go ahead and drag our beat in. Now, drag your beat in, but not on the track, but let's actually put it on the menu of the track. Now, what this is gonna allow us to do is click on audio tracks here, and this is automatically gonna go ahead and load this up into our mixer as well. So now we have our beat here, and we also have it in the mixer. Let's go ahead and change this color. Let's give it a nice green, sea green. Next, let's go ahead and add an audio track. All we're gonna do is right click, go to track mode, audio track, and we're gonna put it on insert 2. Now, as you can see, we get 3 different icons here. The left one is our audio input source. The middle one is our recording settings. And we also have our arm and disarm recording. Let's go ahead and assign our input. So we're gonna click this icon and we're gonna scroll down to the input in which our microphone is being input through. So in my case, my microphone is plugged in on input 1. So let's go ahead and assign it here. Now let's go to our second icon. As you can see here, we're gonna wanna put external input only. This means that it's gonna be only recording our external input raw, okay? No effects affecting this channel. It's gonna be simply raw and we can affect it with our effects, but it's not gonna be glued on or printed on to the actual audio track. And for your monitor external input, when armed, okay? This means you're only gonna hear your input when it's armed like this, and when it's off, you're not gonna hear it. Now let's go ahead and give this channel a color. Keep it organized. Right click, rename, record here. And let's go ahead and color this red because I just like to give my record here's that loud red color so I know where it's at all times. And now what you're gonna see when you click on your mixer, you see that your record here is also red. Now we're definitely gonna need more tracks than that. So let's go ahead and create them really quickly. All we're gonna do is go to this check sign and right click it, right click, right click, right click. Now we added 4 tracks just like that. So let's go ahead and give these a color and assign their names too. Let's get it. Now really quickly, as you can see, our mixer is pretty big. If yours doesn't look like this, make sure you click this icon here. And instead of having the compact view, you went ahead and chose the wide 3. Now, looking at this mixer, let's go ahead and add a few aux channels. This is where we're gonna be having our effects like our reverbs, our delays, our doublers, put these into a aux channel. This is gonna save us processing power and just organize our session even more. Let's get right into it. So let's highlight 2 free tracks, holding down Command and dragging them over, right clicking, and let's dock it to the right. Okay, now as you can see, we have this column cutting this off. So now we have this on the right side separate from our actual mixer tracks that we're gonna be able to work with. So we're gonna be able to see these at all times. So let's go ahead and name this reverb and let's name this a delay. Just make it easy. Let's give them a color as well. Give it a nice purple. Boom. So the first thing I do always before I record is get a vocal preset, all right? Set up our vocal chain. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and drag in our vocal preset. And in this case, we're gonna use the Kid Roy's cutting vocal preset from Wave Monopoly. Let's go ahead and throw that on the record track. Preset, the full chain is right there, as you can see, ready to go just like that, 1 click and drag. If you do not have your own vocal presets, guys, make one. Make a chain for yourself that you can use whenever you go in to record. If you don't have one, don't know what you're doing, or just want a different sound, make sure you check out WaveMonopoly.com, guys. We have a whole bunch of different vibes, bunch of different artist types. We have a bunch of different DAWs, Logic, FL Studios, Pro Tools, Studio One, Ableton, whatever you could think of, we have it, all right? In both waves and stock versions. As you can see, we're using the waves version for this one. So let's get right into this. Bang, dang, dang. So like I said, we have a couple things that we have to do to make this vocal preset work for this actual chain. So the first thing we're gonna do, guys, because you see we set our reverb here and our reverb here, let's go ahead and take this out of our vocal chain, all right? We can just simply mute those out. And what we're just simply gonna do is add a reverb here, okay? It could be anything. We're gonna use Valhalla. I love this one. And for delay, it could be anything. We're just gonna use the H delay though. Now that you can see, we set our reverb to this aux channel and we set our delay to this aux channel. So how do we get these to actually communicate with each other? So all we have to do, guys, is click on our vocal preset track or our record track. We're gonna click on this arrow and that literally routes our reverb. Let's check it out. So that was a lot of reverb, but how do we control how much reverb goes to the actual track that we want it to get to? This knob is showing you how much reverb is being sent to your original signal, okay? So if we want to turn it down, all we would have to do is turn it this way, okay? And this is going to allow us to adjust, okay, independently depending on the track that we're on. Now let's go ahead and route our delay and we can get to recording. All we have to do is make sure the track that we want to be affected is clicked, and then we click this arrow, and now we have a delay. Let's go ahead and turn that down because we know we're not going to want all of it as well. But before we record, we've got one more thing we have to do, and that is gain stage. So what we're gonna do is we're simply gonna clip gain, all right? Now, if you don't have this little knob right here, guys, on your beat, you probably gotta update. Go ahead, update that thing, man. Stop playing with yourself, bro. So all we're gonna do right here, guys, is lower this by some dBs, all right? I would recommend anywhere from -7 to -10. In this case, we're gonna go let's go -8. So let's show you guys how this works. Let's get it.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. Yeah. I know you like that you had to do it again. I know you like that you didn't have to do it again. How do you? Shawty, you go. She gave me that. She gave me that. She give me that. She give me that. Shawty, you back. Shawty, you think I really give it over there. I had to get it to get it. I had to get to the bitches. I had to get to the bus. Not talking honest, but I got honest. Had to be honest. Had to be me. Had to be me. Had to be me. Yeah. You know how I roll. If you know how I do. If you know how I roll, you know my crew. Ay. If you gon' turn up, baby, gon' turn up then. Ay. If you gon' burn up, then you gon' burn one in. Ay. Do you got 5 on it? I'ma get 5 on it. Ay. Show me my opponent. I really got none too. Ay. You were really putting on someone that coming around the crew. I already know what I do. Sure.
Oh, let me stop, man. Before we continue, I have to let you guys know something very important. We've officially started our online community for artists, okay? It's called Upstream.io. Upstream is built for artists like you. Artists that are ready to take your music to the next level with all the resources that you need. On Upstream, guys, we're gonna have weekly calls with me so that we're gonna be able to get online and ask the questions that you guys wanna ask, whether it has anything to do with your music production, music marketing, anything like that, guys. I'll be there to walk you guys hand in hand. Also, Upstream has so many things besides just that. Upstream comes with free monthly cover art, online mastering, full courses led by your boy, in which we already have our full social media growth course on there for artists. When it comes to content marketing, we have it there for you guys ready to go right now. It's a full curriculum where we go over hacking the algorithm to grow on Instagram and all social platforms, how to find out the content to do, how to come up with your content system. Guys, it's all up there, as well as our other course, which is 6-figure funding, which dives into the depths of funding your career with business credit. But that's not it. We have AI mastering, our Spotify search engine data playlisting tool that's going to give you the context to all the independent curators to not only boost your algorithm streams, but help you build relationships with real playmakers in the streaming industry. And weekly classes with your boy like Fix My Mix, where I take one of your mixes and mix it for free in front of you live and send you back that exact session, which kind of gives you guys a custom preset, right? So we'll see you on the inside of Upstream.io. But for now, let's get back to this tutorial. Come on, man, I'm playing, man. Let's go ahead and throw an ad-lib on this thing, man. Let's go ahead and throw an ad-lib on here, man.
Do it again. Sheesh.
Let's get it.
Turn it down just a little bit. Let's get it. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. I know you like that you had to do it again. I know you like that you didn't have to do it again. How do you? but not talking honest, but I had honest. Had to be honest, had to be me. Had to be me. Had to be me, yeah. You know how I roll. If you know how I do, if you know how I roll, you know my crew. If you gon' turn up, baby, gon' turn up then. If you gon' burn up, then you gon' burn one in. Do you got 5 on it? I'ma get 5 on it. Show me my opponent. I really got none too. You already put it on that coming around the crew. I already know what I do.
I'll rock with that, man. Let's get it. You already know what time it is, man.
That joint sound crazy, man. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, TheWavMan, man. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you need vocal presets, man, you already know where to go, man. WavMan.com. Hey, we'll see you guys in the next tutorial. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, WavMan. Out. Dunzos!